Hey, yo, what the f***? This is some palace right here.
The Late Night Flight is brought to you by me. That's right, me. Who else is stupid enough to risk their own job and livelihood to entertain you? Me. Who else is willing to articulate a high-level ratchet content on their own dime for your ears? Me. Who needs your support to become a radio god in a country where systemic racism, the lack of support from your own people, and the fact that all radio gigs in America are occupied at the moment, so he needed to get on his Harriet Tubman, and create his own lane to be heard? Me. Who doesn't have a wife? Did you hear me? Who doesn't have a wife because he can't pay rent, because he's too busy risking his life being a program director for a sham of an online radio station who I made famous? I made you famous now. Who I made famous with my brain power and my drive to become radio god, to become the man of multimedia. Me. Enjoy the show.
It's a bunch of us. I'm a hand in the colony.
Hold on. Everybody on their mountain, everybody marching for a young nigga like me to get tsunami on it. I'ma get it, I'm a winner, baby. I'll be on my curry till I crash your bird 40 on the text. Yeah, I'm acting nerdy if it's at the Appalachian to the Appalachian. I'ma do whatever that they take to make a black a nation. Hold on.
Who shot the stallion?
Megan Thee Stallion, I guess a few days ago, Megan Thee Stallion, it was reported that she was injured while she was at a pool party with Tory Lanez, Kylie Jenner, some other people up in the Hollywood Hills. As more information came out, it was found out that Meg Thee Stallion was actually shot, allegedly by Tory Lanez, who they appear, the blogs are saying they had some sort of romantic relationship. They had a little falling out, and she was trying to leave, and he ended up shooting her in her foot or in her leg or somewhere in her
Like
lower
Harlem Nights?
extremities. That's the initial idea, like he shot her in the pinky toe. But right, I want to take a second to say something, because we had the conversation a couple weeks back about Black women not feeling protected.
Yeah, this is it
You
right
know
here.
what I'm saying? And I feel like this situation this is not the time for this. Like, this is a serious situation. You know what I'm saying? Like Tory Lanez, and all of this stuff is alleged at this point. You know what I'm saying? But if he shot that woman, like, there's no excuse for that shit. There was no reason. I don't care what transpired. I don't care that he's only 5'3" and 120 pounds. And
He's only 5'3"?
He's 5'3", 120 pounds. She's 5'9" and probably a solid 180.
Hey, yo, chill. Hold on. First of all, let's back this up for a second. Megan Thee Stallion's 5'9"?
Yes, she's tall.
Now I want her. I didn't want her at first. Now I definitely want her. And hold on. He's 5. So you telling me I'm 2 inches taller than Tory Lanez?
Tory Lanez is 5'3", 120 pounds, according to his arresting documentation.
I'm 5'5". I want to say 163. I don't know. Yo, you telling me I got a shot with Megan Thee Stallion? I don't even like her, but I would.
That's what I thought.
If you telling me she dating short guys, I am definitely about to get her Instagram so I can DM. I'm definitely showing her, like chest, with my chest out. I'm going all in, so I'm not even gonna lie. I'm giving her the King Cool image.
She's dating short millionaires.
Well, listen.
I feel like,
if I meet Jay to get this shit on Fox 5, I think I'll get there.
I don't know what the aspects of their relationship was, but it did sound very Harlem Night-ish, where they had a spat. He ended up shooting her pinky toe. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, that is definitely uncalled for.
Hey, yo, what the f***? This is a palace right here.
And now we have Hanif Sowell, the senior correspondent of the Light Skin Delegation. What the f*** is that? Light Skin Delegation?
We, the Light Skin Delegation / Coalition / Network, are currently deliberating Paris Jackson's, the daughter of Michael Jackson's, application into the delegation. She identifies herself as a black woman and would like to be considered on the basis of her paternal heritage. She quoted her father's hit song, Black or White, in the entrance exam. We would like to enlist the help of all delegations to help us make the decision. Please speak now or forever hold your peace. We should also be aware that should we accept Paris's application, we may be sued by Rachel Dolezal. Thank you for your cooperation in this matter. No further questions at this time.
Is Nick Cannon wilding out? And how can he control his own destiny in multimedia?
So Nick Cannon lost his job at Viacom, CBS, due to some comments that he made in reference to Jewish people and black people being the original Hebrews, and then he kind of referenced where Caucasian or white people being savage is what caused them to kind of come into other people's land and colonize and take over, and that didn't sit too well with the powers that be. They got Nick up out of Viacom rather quickly. He tried to stand on it and ride, but I guess the pressure got too thick and he ended up apologizing for it. I don't like the fact that Nick Cannon has to mince his words in that way. When Nick Cannon has been who Nick Cannon has been for his entire career, and he generates money for these businesses, but I feel like this is a break in the buck type situation where it's like, look, don't get out of line, don't get too comfortable. And it's sad that there's not a platform that he's able to fall back on where he could stand on his words and continue moving forward with his business without repercussion.
Hey, yo, man. You know what? Hey, yo, I want to do my Stone Cold impression real fast, yo. I need 2 beers.
2 beers.
3 beers.
3 beers.
You 316 just said, don't say Rothschilds. Give me a hell yeah. Get the f*** out. Are you serious? This guy just says Rothschilds, savage, and then all of a sudden he gets kicked out. Hey, yo, let me tell you something. I don't care if you're white. I don't care if you're black. I don't care if you're brown. I don't care if you're Asian. I want everybody to open their ears. This is what happens when you are in a position of power and you have the advantage. Again, I'm going to say it again. This is what happens when you are in a position of power and you have the advantage. So in Viacom CBS, this organization is driven by American Jews. Nothing wrong with that. Shout out to the American Jews. Nothing wrong with that. Now, if Nick Cannon and the black community think that they're alone in this, oh, no, my friend. The American Jew is letting you know that you say anything, even their bloodline families. You say anything, they're going to shut you down only because, again, this is what happens when you are in a position of power and you have the advantage. Hanif, I don't know if you know this, but maybe a decade ago, there was a young man who also got kicked out by the Jew delegation, and his name was Charlie Sheen. If you don't remember Charlie Sheen had probably one of the best sitcoms in the mid-2000s called 2.5 Men. The show was so good. Do you know how much he got paid his last season on that show, honey?
I'm not familiar.
$1.8 million per episode. And I don't know how many episodes were made that season, but on average, the average sitcom in Hollywood airs about 13 episodes. So whether it went 10, 13, or 17 episodes, Hanif, you went $1.8 million an episode, okay?
Right.
He went up in that office and said some slick talk to a couple of Jews that were executives in CBS. He got kicked out. Now, here's where it gets funny, and this is where when you're a black person, now you're going to start scratching your head and be like, damn, we really need to support each other. Because, see, Charlie Sheen slick talked some Jewish people, left, went to Fox, got a show called Anger Management, got paid $1 million an episode, and then on top of it, if the show went past 100 episodes, which it did, by the way, he got paid $2 million an episode.
Winning.
So think about that for a second. Now, to bring back Nick Cannon is also going to Fox. If you haven't heard, he's going to have a Nick Cannon talk show. But it's not going to come out this year. It's going to come out next year. They want to get this stench off right now. And then the Masked Singer is still going to keep him on as a singer. Now, that's cool. So shout out to Fox for, being a home to not only Charlie Sheen winning, but Nick Cannon as well.
So Nick Cannon's availability is pretty general right now, with Wildin' Out just being on regular TV. If he goes independent and has to create it where he's on a streaming service, you're going to have to go and look for his content. You're going to have to download it, pay for it. And it's all of these things that takes a level of support that doesn't get him the same levels of attention that having it on MTV. Does it come on BET sometimes? It's on MTV.
Yeah, come on BET sometimes as well.
BET, you know what I'm saying? It's on his regular channel it comes on. Like it's totally accessible for people to watch it whenever.
But that's the point that I was trying to make to you before, as far as with BET being owned by white people. That's the point that I'm making. He don't have the money. I would say he don't. Maybe he doesn't have the money to have his very own streaming service. Think about, Joe Rogan has money too. He was just making a show on YouTube. Maybe Nick Cannon need to be on. I feel like if I'm Nick Cannon, I could just jump on YouTube, a place where you got a little bit more freedom to make whatever content you want. And he has done this before. Remember when, I don't want to talk about that. Let's talk about it. I ain't gonna talk about it, but remember those whiteface, remember those whiteface blogs he was doing for like a little while?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? On YouTube. You know what I'm saying? So he can use YouTube as a platform to make his own content, and people will flock over there if he want to. But to have your own streaming service where, let's say, you need a Roku or a Fire Stick to go get all that, first of all, I think that would actually be to his favor. I work for a cable company. A lot of people don't even want cable that much because people are over here trying to gimmick you and say, well, I'd rather buy Hulu, I'd rather buy YouTube TV, I'd rather buy Netflix, whatever the case may be. So if you want those streaming services rather than normal cable, then, hey, it's simple to find a streaming service by anybody. It's just that I think that takes money to do, like Blaze TV or OAN Network. These streaming services that tell the news that people don't really necessarily know about. They just know about MSNBC, Fox News, CNN, C-SPAN. They get a lot of attention because a lot of people in the middle America don't have cable. They get streaming services. They buy the streaming app, but that takes money to have. I don't think Nick Cannon I don't think Nick Cannon is trying to invest in a streaming channel.
Yeah, and this is if you look at the structure of all of that, like this is primarily why reparations make sense. It's because what you have is you have a head start.
Hey, yo, what the f***? This is a palace right here.
What do reparations look like in the eyes of America's government in 2020?
So the town of Asheville, North Carolina approved steps towards reparation for its Black residents, which is basically including some measures to strengthen Black people economically. They're doing a lot of things shy of cutting a check. So they're doing some things around the community that's going to strengthen Black people and put them in a position to better themselves economically as a step towards making right the evils of slavery.
But honey, don't we already have some of this stuff that they're saying that this bill is going to produce? I mean, don't we have money that go towards affordable housing, business, home ownership, career opportunities? And then they got in quotations. This is really funny right here, because this is how you know they don't want to give you any money. So in quotations, they're saying, according to the bill, this is what the money is going towards to. Strategies to grow equity and generational wealth, closing the gaps in healthcare, education, employment and pay, neighborhood safety, and fairness within criminal justice. I want to say that again, because I got a question for you.
Right.
So, according to the bill, money is going to go towards strategies to grow equity, generational wealth, closing gaps in healthcare, education, employment, and pay, neighborhood safety, and fairness within the criminal justice. First of all this is supposed to be there anyway.
Right. For sure.
If you're going to make a bill that says reparations, I want the 10-week, $80,000 pay increment. That's what I want. I can make my education free if you give me $80,000 in 10 times for reparations. Right. What I need affordable housing for when you already supply it.
Right.
Because
I feel like with these measures, right, there's going to be this level of red tape and subjectiveness that will not benefit everybody. You know what I'm saying? So when you start to go in, how does reparations look for someone who's doing well, who's actually, all right, I make enough income to afford my housing. I can, save money. I have access to good healthcare, all the things that you're trying to supply to me. Am I not due reparations though?
Hold on, Hanif. The answer is yes, you are due reparations. If you are the descendants, if you are you are the modern day relative of slavery, right? Absolutely. Then you are owed money. I don't care if you are a professor at Harvard. If you are a Black American, male or female, and and your descendants date back to 1609, where we were making mac and cheese and we didn't know what it was yet, then you are due. Right. So that's all that matters. But that's the point. That's the point with this. This is where welfare gets tricky in the hood, because everybody, every Black American, every brown American is not able to get welfare. Not saying that I want it or not. What I'm saying is that welfare, like the same way they're doing these reparations, is going to be the way they have with welfare. Everybody's not going to be able to get $1-a-day insurance, even though, let's be real, imagine if we can all have $1-a-day insurance. That'd be great. Right. That would save a lot of money. But because of the disparity in these rules of equity, if your family has been brought up in Section 8, you're more likely to get welfare than someone who probably don't make as much money as your household either, but because they don't have a couple of family members that wasn't in welfare, now they look like middle-class citizens. But if you in a low-income town, let's say Philly or North Richmond, Flint, Michigan, you're all living, for the most part, poorly. We need the reparations. Right. I don't understand that.
Cut the check and stop the symbolism. That's simple.
Simple as that. I'm tired of the taking down of the monuments, taking down the Confederate flags, trying to figure out whether Black Americans should say the word nigga or not. How about give me the reparations so that we can build our own America in America, so y'all can leave us the alone? How about that?
Hey, yo, what the This is a pally right here.
Are marriages meant to be this durable? Oh no, these motherfuckers still talking about Will and Jada. Damn, nigga, mind your business.
The durability in marriage is not about who can withstand the sickness and health. Because sickness and health, to me, those are very subjective words. I remember my father being sick, having kidney failure, being on dialysis, and my mother being with him every step of the way. That's sickness and health to me, like being durable and lasting with someone through sickness and through health. If your mental health prescribes you to go deal with an R&B singer, why should I still want to be with you? Why should I want to say, you know what, I'm gonna still ride with you over this? Yo, you have made national attention and turned someone that wasn't a star into a hot topic. I mean, if anything for me, I just feel like, yo, this is a credibility to the power of this couple of Will and Jada. Because for all we know, Jada could have had sex with you, Hanif, and you could have blew up and become a producer for ABC or something. I don't even know. What you saying?
I would blow up to be more than just a producer for ABC if I had sex with Jada. But besides that, it's like, yeah, I feel like this. I came across this meme and it's been floating around for a while, but it says that a relationship is only in jeopardy when the woman is not happy.
Okay.
And I feel like when you start looking at marriage and what it means to commit to that that structure, that that bond, at some point I feel like something has to give, because when I look at this Will and Jada situation, what I see is contentment on Jada's part, because she's secure in her spot knowing that this man ain't going nowhere. And what I see on Will's part is a battle, you know what I'm saying? A struggle of like, I have to work. I have to do the work. The burden is on me to keep my family together. Because if not for her, like, she gets all of the benefit of me being her provider, protector, person that's in her corner through thick or thin, for sickness and health, better or worse, and all of that. And she can go and frolic and then come back and be glowing.
Now, I will say this. Hold on, not to cut you off, though. I want to ask you this. Now, everything that you said is what you said about Jada getting the frolic and then get to come back to the pond like nothing never happened and it's all good. But what if it's like that based on what Will's success in Hollywood is, where maybe he's just getting to, make love or have sex, whatever you want to call it, get to have all these type of rendezvous and affairs with all of the lead Hollywood women in California? What about that?
Because it's rumor, you know what I'm saying? You got all these rumors that you got to contend with. Who knows what's true? You got rumors that he's gay. You got rumors that he's sleeping with some of his co-stars. You have rumors. You don't have these women sitting down with Angela Yee saying that it's a fact, and you don't have us sitting on a red table in front of millions of people, putting our business out in the street, and you don't have one of his lovers making a song with Rick Ross referencing me, Jada, and Tupac. It just opened up a whole can of worms that is putting, all of this attention into our relationship, this negative attention, and now it's like open season. You had 50 Cent came out and started trolling, putting up like a conversation that him and Will had where he was being disrespectful. You had Michael Blackson do it. Like, you have all of this shit going on. So it's like you got to completely shut down and not access the internet. I mean, you are Will Smith and you have, the world at your disposal, but I still feel like it's kind of hard to avoid the elephant in the room.
The elephant in the room is Jada's fame right now, because Jada just made August Alsina a 2.3 million subscriber page on YouTube, okay? This dude got a song called Entanglement, which, like I told you on our last podcast, he's okay. Like, he's really the 14th best male R&B star. That Entanglement song is okay. Rick Ross made the song, and it just goes to show that this is where the star power of Jada needs to be at, in my opinion. It's just about, if Jada can do her own thing without Will, and still be good. And I feel as though that she's scared to jump out of that box. I think if you really want to liberate women, if you really want to give women a way to say, hey, I'm an independent woman, I'm strong, I'm fierce. This isn't about a man's worth. This is about my worth. Why not show America that is true by having a divorce, leaving him, starting your own platform, giving your own services off under your platform? A bunch of women, Black, Latino, and white, will follow.
Welcome to the Late Night Cafe with your poet, the pilot of the Tuskegee training, the Nile River of Newark, New Jersey, and the greatest Henny Badger who ever lived, Nasor Naru.
Hello, my name is Nasor Nuru, and today my piece is called I Wish I Was Taller. I wish I was taller. It was a hot day, 4 hours in line at Great Adventure. The Great American Scream Machine was on my day's agenda. As the hours in line grew less, my emotion to thrill seek was swept by a tall white kid who told me to step aside to the left. I wish I was taller. My father is 5'10", but my mother's 5'4". But they are both all heart, and I wish they birthed 5 more. But even if it's 6 Nasurs running around these streets, we still look like 6 motherfucking elves passing out Keebler treats. I wish I was taller. I had relations with a 6-foot airport clerk turned stripper who used my tall woman fantasy fetishes against me to buy her liquor. I even had sex with a 5'4" woman whose net worth is $5 million, but she stopped calling me after our 5th date, the date that she chose to wear high heels. I wish I was taller. When tall guys get mad, their women buy them dinner and sex. But when I get mad, I have the Napoleon complex. Tall guys are insecure. They don't know what to do. Why I gotta pay $200 an hour just to show if I can slap it on your forehead too? Fuck. I wish I was taller. See, I get it. I'm conceited, I'm arrogant, I'm overbearing for what? Because an honor roll, because a college degree really don't fucking matter if I'm considered a leprechaun who's shit out of luck. What does it really mean to be successful if you're physically flawed? And how can I find my one true love if the one who truly loves me is an invisible God? I wish I was taller.
So, all right, that begs the question then for you as a man, right?
Mm-hmm.
As a man, say for instance, you had a friend, a woman who came to you and was like, you know, I need X, Y, and Z. And they try and use sex as a way to either entice you to give them what you're asking for or to repay you for what you've given them.
What type of woman is this? Is this a sex? Well, no, I don't mean to say it like that.
No, this is a friend of yours. Like just a friend of yours. She got into a situation where she needed to borrow. I don't even want to say borrow, but she needed $1,000 for something, right?
Jesus.
And then the proposition.
I feel like the answer is no already, but keep going.
The proposition is, hey, I'm in a bind. I need $1,000. I can't realistically pay you back, but I'm willing to offer some sexual favors in exchange for this transaction. What do you say?
I'm saying no.
Okay.
There's nothing, I don't think there's nothing that a normal everyday 9 to 5 woman can do that would equivalent to me giving her $1,000 sexually.
Okay.
I don't think there's a lot of women out here that do a lot of fetishes or sexual things that would make me say, yeah, this $1,000, I know you need it. No. No.
Well, that's me personally, right? I would probably give the $1,000 and then not take the sex.
Okay, I mean, okay. I ain't mad at that. If that's what you want to do, it's $1,000, yo.
I get it, but I mean, especially if this woman's a friend of mine,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't want her to feel like she's in a position where she has to, and I'm strictly going off the scenario and set it off, right? He wasn't necessarily her friend, but he was somebody that she went to that she knew she could go to for some money. He'd been trying to get with her all of this time, and she knew what she had to do in order for her to get the money.
But she was in that position. That's the point, though.
I don't want to have sex with a woman who's in that position.
No, and I feel you. That's why I'm not knocking the fact that you would have gave her that $1,000. Like, okay, I know I wouldn't have. Like, that's a lot of money. Like, you know what I'm saying? But you're right though. But you are right. You don't want to make no woman feel like that.
Yeah, I don't feel it. But I'm just trying to. I was just curious to see if you.
I don't want to know a woman like that.
You've never been propositioned in that way?
Nah. No, I haven't. I probably have, and my strong-mindedness has blurred that out so fast, like an anime cartoon, like it was some type of aura just with past me. I did the Matrix on it and just started yelling at her or something. I went off, or not yelling at her, but I had to use logic to say, what the hell was this about? So yeah, I mean, but I'm not trying to act like I'm better. I mean, look, man, realistically, if a situation like that did reveal itself to me, I would definitely want to make sure I do the right thing. And I'm gonna say it the way I just said it. I do the right thing because this is my home girl. But see, that's my thing. I would do that for my home girl that I'm platonic with. I'm pretty sure I would give $1,000 to a woman that I've been platonic with, that have, held me down maybe. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It couldn't have been a woman that I wanted to have sex with. That's the issue with it to me.
Mm-hmm.
Because the woman that I want to have sex with, think about it. Now, in a way, once again, I don't mean to use Jada because we're talking about Set It Off, but that's Jada from Set It Off. If I gave you $1,000, I kind of would want more to it than just sex.
Mm.
Like, you don't want to be here? I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like,
so what if, all right, so
it's kind of sad. Like, I don't want to, like, I would not I would not compromise myself with a woman that I have a physical attractiveness to as well. And she knows that, and she uses that to make me because there's so much, for one night of sex though? Like, that's basically how it looked in the movie.
Yeah, it was just one time.
But that's not enough. Like, I'm not, this is, what did once again, I don't mean to ask these questions. Please, hey, engineer, bleep them out, but I'm about to say it. Is she sucking it from the, is she licking? What the is she doing?
If you look in the
$1,000 motherfucking $, is she bringing the rest of the Set It Off crew? Are they all jumping on this? Like, what is happening here? This is $1,000. That is 90% of the rent money you need to pay for next month. All right, like what? Like once you get to 1,000, it's like a couple hundred or whatever. That's just like, all right, well, I'll work on that next month. Yeah. What are you talking about, honey? $1,000 for one night of Jada Pinkett is not enough. I need all 4 Set It Off. I even take Queen Latifah. if it means I get Jada, Vivica, and the other chick too. Okay, whatever I need to do, but $1,000 equivalates that, not just one. I'm sorry, like no, you know what I'm saying. So, but if it's my homegirl that I never had sex with, or hey, I'll even be real. Let's say I had sex with 12 years ago, but we haven't had sex in 12 years. Like this is my homegirl, and we grew from that.
Let me ask you this then.
Be the closest to get that money. You know, when we need a woman that want to me, I mean that knows I want to her, and well, damn, I've said it nasty, but I'm gonna just keep saying it like that. A woman that knows that I do want to, not say I just want to, but I do want to, and you think I would get $1,000 out of that? Like you out of your.
No, but what? All right, so what's the? Would it be crazily disrespectful to proposition a woman? Like, say if it's a woman that you are attracted to and you wanted to have sex with her, but y'all really didn't, y'all couldn't connect in that way, and you just said was like, listen, I'm really into you. I'll pay you $1,000 to spend the night with you.
What? What?
Like, yeah, if you remember the movie Indecent Proposal, like he offered that man $1 million to spend one night with his wife.
But he was in need, though. Hanif, he lost his money. Remember that when you're in need, like these are the crack pipe deals right here. Like this is when shit just gets real. No,
but what I'm saying to you is that if that's a scenario, right? Yeah, so if the money's not an issue, you know what I'm saying, and you create a situation where the sex is strictly transactional. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God! Stop making me. Oh, I don't. My mindset don't work like that. Like sex is not a trans. Sex is a transaction where it's free. Technically, it shouldn't have to cost anything. We created that market. Yo, and that's another thing about that. Men can recreate the market. Men can just stop buying. If you just stop buying, then you ain't gonna have women running around saying, "Oh, well, I want $300 for an hour." So if they running around saying something egregious like that, that lets me know that it's some dummy that has done that before.
Yeah, but then you gotta level the playing field because
that's what I'm saying. But that's why you gotta shut it down. Like, just stop making calls for 2 months. I bet you. You'd be like, "Yo, I'm coming over there for an hour and it's 100," and she'll be like, "All right." You might go lower, might say 70. I'm just saying you can shut down a market as a group of people. I wonder, anyway, I don't get into that. But I'm just saying a group of people has to shut down the market. Can't be one person. Only one person with a good idea won't never work. Never will work. You know what I'm saying? But 2,000 people with that same idea, it will do wonders. And that's what you would have to do to that type of market. So women wouldn't, well, not trying to say it's just women, but people wouldn't even come at it on that angle. I need something, you know what I mean? I'm gonna give you a little piece of me, give me some, like, it never equates to the same. Like, it just never, yo, bro, $1,000 for sex, man. Like what? And she needs the money. So understand, it ain't you could call her next week, ask her how she doing, you want to come back. She not coming back, bro.
Yo, bro.
You just gave her $1,000.
Well, I was thinking about this the other day, right? You know how like $40 Cash App is the running theme for, sexual transactions or whatever.
40?
Send up $40 and that's supposed to be the going rate for it's just a running joke.
Oh, that's funny.
Right? But my thing about it is that I'm of the mind that if I'm willing to pay $40 for sex and that's valuable to me, then I'm valuing myself and my sex at $40. You know what I'm saying? So I don't necessarily want to take part in that transaction because it feels cheap in that way. But paying $1,000 at a premium rate, I feel like, okay, it makes it that much. It's like a quality type of transaction.
Hanif, how do you know you're getting premium service? See, now you turn sex into a service, which is really not. But if you want to make it a service, then penetration is not good enough. What do you like? I can't, I mean, not to be rude, but once you enter in, it's almost the same at this point. It's all in the woman that you're doing it with. This is where love, that's how you know love is real, because, I mean, I can honestly tell you I do not know what the best sex I ever had. I really don't know.
That's telling, that's saying something though, right?
That's saying that it's not necessarily worth as high as someone wants to make it. At the same time, it's not worth as low as maybe some men would like to make it. You know, is as good as the woman that you love. So if I love a woman, $1,000 is meaningless. $1,000, but you know why I don't give a fuck when it's 1,000 and it's meaningless? Because this woman is with me. I'm with her. We're together doing shit.
We shouldn't be having, if that tells me anything, it just says we shouldn't be having meaningless sex. Like,
No, we should. But the problem is, again, no one is honest about the meaningless sex they want to have, because they're not even experienced in this shit. What could you offer me for $1,000 sexually?
What I'm saying, what do you offer for $1,000? You know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm saying to you that I'm gonna pay $1,000 for this sexual transaction, then I'm gonna make sure that I get my $1,000 worth by making it into something that is a good experience for me. It can't be, I pay you $1,000 and then wait for you to make the moment. You got to make the moment.
Nah, bro. Listen, you already came with the idea of you wanting $1,000. So you must have an idea of what this what the portrait is going to look like. You painted the picture already. You came up with the plan. I didn't come up with the plan. Why should I tell you how this is going to go for $1,000? And actually, I did 5 minutes ago when I told you the whole cast to set it off is going to have to go do it. Because that's how that's going to have to go down. It's not going to, one woman for $1,000, it doesn't mesh out to me. It doesn't equivalent. It really don't. So that's just me though. I mean, someone else may think differently. However, it just goes back to the whole necessity. When someone matter of fact, my point I'm just making to reflect on what you just said. The point I'm making is that she has to come up with the plan. You must know. Why should I have to say anything about that? You want $1,000. I don't want to give up $1,000. So what are you offering? Right? No? This is coming from my account, not yours. I mean, I'm trying to figure this out, bro.
Right.
Excited by the water, I told it. Top knocked down, blowing purple Minnesota. Trying to get my young beast so devoted. Mama made a man, so a young got a tow him. Couple hood jobs and a man got promoted. See the name on the check, bank, tell her I told it. Horse shirt, horsepower, my controller. That hater like damn, he toting. No church in the wild, oh God, oh lordy. Lights like this, no job, no 40. If you got 40s, you the nigga they toting. Cream Chevy drop with the money you toting. Mark nigga, bitch nigga ain't toting no more. Nigga can't open no doors. Whack nigga, you about to get yours. Dead body all over your whore. Reloaded with the killers, I told it. No guns, all hands like Kodo. Told it your weed, dark skin, deep throated. This is courtesy, a clear place we toting. That California king, we grow it. AKA we tote it. Let me tell you something from a real nigga that I'm quoting. By any means I'm toting. Need a spot for the game that I'm toting. Black Palace crash land where you smoking. Yo, take what you toting. Fly little vulture, both wings I tote it. Tuskegee 4 words, real nigga most voted. Real nigga most voted. Yeah, yo, nigga Ragwa toting on something soaking motherfucker like.
And I don't know who doubt me.
Nigga nigga rock with it is no other. I'm the one to fulfill your mother. I'm the one in this yellow car on YOLO bowler like Pinky fucking she. Them killers is plenty of us. We be wildin', our bands are heavy. Out the cage from the Serengeti. 9 to 5 for every Chevys. Fuck a dollar, need every penny. Fuck with mine, I shoot every semi. Don't you fuck with me. Woman told me protect the land. She needs safety from devil's hand. If you touch her, you devil's hand. Call my name on your million. Turn your body to skeleton. I'm a king cause I fought him for it. What a moment I Polaroid it. Hope that shit don't stop polarizing. But I want it not so enjoy. They feel like fucking and horrible.
Hey yo, what the fuck? This is some Pally shit right here.